ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Ella, what's the topic today?
Today, we are going to talk about superstition around the world. Yvette, do you know what a superstition is?
No, what's that? I have never heard of that word before. Is it a kind of food?
Actually, it's a belief that is not based on human reason or scientific knowledge, and is connected with old idea and maybe even magic.
I can understand that. Can you explain using simple ideas, please?
Superstition is something that some people believe in, but it's not really true.
Oh, I see. This reminds me of when I was just a 7-year-old girl and I accidentally broke a mirror and my mom blamed me. Till now, I still don't know why.
Maybe you accidentally did something that was considered superstition. I had a similar experience. Once, I unintentionally pointed at the moon. My mom became nervous and said that if you point at the moon, your ears might be cut off.
There must be a lot of superstition around the world. Can you tell me some of them? Say, from different countries around the world.
Sure, let's start in Canada and work our way around the world. Yvette, do you know any superstition that are Canadian?
Actually, I don't know much about that. Maybe Jamie and Mia can help us.
Yes, you're right, guys. Let us tell you some superstitions we have researched. Would you let your car license plate at the yes of the number be 666? Would you live somewhere with the address 666 in Taiwan? Within Chinese culture, people usually think 666 is a good number. But in Canada, 666 is considered an evil number, the number of the beast. That is the name of the fear of the number 666. This superstition originated from the Christian religion. The number is mentioned as being representative of Satan or the devil in the biblical book of Revelation way back in the 4th century. 666 is also a sign of the end time known as apocalypse. Really? That's sad. Not only that, it's scary, it turns out. What you see in the book of Revelation, where the writer refers 666 in an apocalyptic vision isn't entirely accurate. This text was originally written in ancient Greek, where the numbers are written as letters, as they are in Hebrew, the other main language of the original biblical text. For small numbers, the first letters of the Greek alphabet, alpha, beta, gamma, represent 1, 2, and 3. Then, like in Roman numerals, when you want to form a big number, like 100, 1000, they are represented by their own combination of letters. Well, it means that every word also has a numerical value. Let us back to the Bible, where in chapter 13 of the book of the Revelation, it reads that the one with understanding reckon, for it is a number of a man. His number is 666. The English word reckon comes from Greek word for calculator solve. So it is still a riddle to solve the number of the beast. And sure enough, if you translate the Hebrew of 666, you will actually spell out Nero Caesar. Well, given the hardship of the Roman Empire of the time, especially its leader Nero Caesar, who has considered to be evil. But no one wants to write a book under imperial perception saying that the root of evil is Nero Caesar. So that 666 is still a riddle. Now, when I say 666 doesn't have any particularly remarkable mathematical properties, it doesn't entirely the truth, because it's actually one known as a triangle number. In 2005, a group of scholars announced that they discovered the number was originally supposed to be 616, not 666. So will 616 be the riddle of the beast? Or be the riddle surrounding Saturn? No one knows it. So when you say 666 in Canada, people will move away from you. Just like when you see someone is acting weird. Jinx. What? Oh, you can talk now. Let our next presenters, Tina and Winnie, explain what jinx means.
Wow, that's a great presentation, girls. The word jinx comes from America. It's the schoolyard tradition to say jinx. In general, jinx is a kind of curse having the attribute of attracting bad luck. For example, when two people said the same word at the same time, the first one to yell out jinx can have a can of Coke by cursing the other one.
Some Americans would want to buy Dr. Pepper because it's an American's all-time favorite Coke. Buying a can of cola is much better than carrying bad luck around.
What do you mean by carrying bad luck around?
The word jinx actually has multiple meanings. A few, unfortunately, got jinxed by your friend. You carry bad luck until you win the game again in the future.
Then, do you know how the word was born?
Sure, it comes from the Greek name of the runic bird, jinx. It is associated with sorcery. The bird was used in casting spells and in ceremonies of worship. The ancient Romans and Greeks traced the bird mythological origin to a sorceress named Jinx, who was transformed into this bird to punish her for a spell cast on the god Zeus. How about some event about Jinx?
Some people said in the 20th century, a ship might be jinxed. It was made in connection with two cruise lines after misfortunes, Miss Queen Victoria and the Emerald Princess. In 1887, the character Jinx Hoodoo, described as a curse to everybody including himself, appeared in the musical comedy Little Puck, and the name was quickly picked up by the press.
Also, I think it's a verb, but also a noun.
You bet it is.
The verb means to unintentionally curse someone by talking about some bad things that may possibly happen in the future.
Hey,
What?
I think you might trip on yourself when you go down the stairs later.
Hey, don't jinx me.
So, what does the noun mean?
Let me tell you. When two people say the same word at the same time, the first one to yell out jinx can have a can of cola, and the person who got jinxed becomes the jinxie or a loser. The jinx they yell is a noun.
There are many versions of jinx too.
Really? I did not know that.
For example, after one gets jinxed by another one, they can yell out the word buttercup as soon as they are being jinxed. This strange word is counted as jinx no buttercups.
Then I would want to know if the relationship between two people changes and curses level.
If they're an old friend, they might order you to give them a can of Coke. But if they're a kind friend, they can say your name 3 times to unjinx you.
Also, if a person thinks that someone can do something good for sure, they'll say don't jinx it as well. And it can be used in sport too.
Is there any other stuff that is related to jinx?
One of the uses of the word jinx has been connected with baseball. It's because of a well-known superstition. Never talk about a perfect game until happening. Only if a pitcher gets through 9 innings without any opposing batter reaching base, then perfect game would happen. But it is very, very hard. So any mention of the feast will jinx it. But I don't want to have bad luck just because of my dumb reaction. Is there any manner to undo a jinx?
Yes, people believe such actions like knocking on wood or throwing a ball away from themselves can successfully avoid the bad luck to come.
Jinx is a very cool word and a fun game for children.
Yes, I agree with you.
The audience can try later when they say the same word with others. Remember to yell out jinx and you can have a can of cola.
Moving on, did you know that wedding rings have another meaning other than as a token of love?
I think the moment you put on the wedding rings, you are losing some of your freedom.
I agree with your idea, but I wonder what Harry and Edison think. Let's find out.
Edison, do you know any superstitions related to wedding in New Zealand?
Definitely. Have you heard about what the brides need to wear to the wedding?
No, I haven't. Please tell me about some.
In New Zealand, a white wedding dress cannot be paired with red wedding shoes.
Really? Why?
Well, because red wedding shoes represent jumping into a fire pit. In New Zealand, Y stands for the opposite. What is the opposite of a fire pit?
I see. Oh, do you know that a knife is not suitable as a New Zealand wedding gift?
No, but I'm not surprised. Tell us more.
Okay, it is generally believed that a knife indicates a broken relationship and therefore would be a poor choice as a wedding gift.
And what would you do if it actually happened?
You could give her a penny coin as if it was the money to buy a knife instead of extending the knife as a gift.
I get it. By the way, have you known that clocks are a token of love in New Zealand?
Interesting. Go on.
Okay. Many gentlemen will send clocks to their New Zealand brides to propose marriage.
So why do they wear gloves?
If the bride wears gloves, it means that she has agreed to his proposal.
Well, does that mean the bride must wear gloves?
Yeah, you are right.
Oh, I know another superstition.
What's it about?
It's about the New Zealanders believe that it is good luck for a bride to cry on the wedding.
I didn't know that. Why?
Apparently, it means that the bride had already finished crying by the time the wedding day is over and will not cry in their future marriage life.
So that's one. I suddenly remembered a superstition about a wedding. It was about wedding cake.
It sounds amusing. Can you explain it?
Sure, since Roman era, at the end of the wedding, people would break a loaf of bread on the bride's head.
What is that supposed to symbolize?
It means that the material used to make the bread, wheat, symbolize fertility, and the breadcrumbs represent love.
Wow, that's cool. Where did you learn that?
I learned from the internet. The internet tells you everything.
You can say that again.
What other superstition do you know in New Zealand?
Did you know that the newlyweds will break a vase or a glass at the wedding?
Why do they do that?
Apparently, the number of fragments represent the happiness of the marriage.
Whereas in Chinese culture,
If a Chinese person throws something at the wedding, it would be bad luck. So, Edison, which kind of wedding ceremony would you like more, Western or Chinese?
I like the New Zealand more than the Chinese.
Me too.
But no matter which superstition, we must respect both.
You're right.
You know what? Recently, my luck has been really bad.
Why? What happened?
2 days ago, we had a geography test.
And then?
I couldn't answer all the questions, so I had to guess the answer for some of them. It turns out my guesses were all wrong.
Maybe you should ask Yolanda and Annie about getting a rabbit foot.
But does the rabbit foot really work? I don't really believe about this stuff. There are stories handing down from ancient generation about this. My mom gave me a rabbit foot before, but I'm not sure I believe any of them. Do you believe in luck of the rabbit foot, Annie?
Oh yeah, for sure. I've always believed in some superstitions. I think they're really interesting, like 12 zodiac symbols, urban myths, and some other scary things. Yolanda, but I'm digressing, so back to the rabbit's foot issue. Do you know how a rabbit's foot became a superstitious thing?
Oh, sure I do. You underestimate me. My crown school classmate has told me something about the rabbit foot about 3 years ago. Anyway, from what I remember, people put a rabbit foot to avoid the spirit of the dead body, especially the spirit of the criminal. The more wicked the person, who is now dead, the more effective the charm associated with his remains, what started as a 20th century superstition.
So, the rabbit's foot is dried out and preserved, and they have been carried by gamblers and other people who believe it really brought them good luck. But few of these rabbit feet do what they are supposed to be able to do, to justify the efforts of the original tradition.
But do you know, the rabbit foot also brings bad luck.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Can you tell me more about that? You just made me curious.
The rabbit foot was called hoodoo in some country folklore. Some sources say that a rabbit must be killed before the next full moon, and others say on the day of the new moon.
Some people say that a rabbit must be killed on Friday, or raining Friday, or Friday the 30th. Some say that a rabbit should be shot with a silver bullet, while others say that a rabbit foot must be cut off when a rabbit is still alive.
Oh, I remember one of my friends had told me that lots of different superstitions are shared between different countries in some instances. A rabbit's foot is the replacement for a witch's body. And the hoodoo lore, which means the evil spell, also use graveyard dust, soil from cemetery for various magical purposes. Dust from a good person's grave keeps away evil. Dust from a sinner's grave is used for more evil magic.
Well, I never heard that before. That's so cool, I want to make a project about it now.
It seems like you're surprised by this. So, do you like what I'm sharing?
I'm loving it. I never know that the superstition was so interesting.
Maybe you should study more about these things. And maybe you should also get a new rabbit's foot from a vending machine.
Myself?
Yes,
Okay. Wait a second. That's my rabbit foot.
that's mine now. Haha, go ahead.
You're really funny. But no, it's still mine. Give it back to me as soon as possible. If you don't give it back to me, I guess I would like to use my superpower to get it back.
What? Superpower? What a ridiculous thing.
No, I'm serious. But if I really have the superpower, I guess I would like to know the winning number of the lottery ticket before I bought it.
I have heard that Jasper and Joshua have done some research on this kind of luck. So let's listen what they have to say. It might be helpful.
Oh, I wasted $100 on lotteries and didn't get anything again.
Hey, you are an unlucky man. Hey, is this a bird?
Oh, it is a vulture. They live in Africa. Some people at nature cleanup crews because they clean the environment up by eating the carcasses of any dead animals.
Eee, that sounds horrible. In some cartoons, they are villains.
However, vultures are endangered due to hunters poaching. Poaching means to kill vultures illegally. But why? I don't really understand.
Oh, it is said that in South Africa, people suck on the vulture's brain to see the future.
What a strange superstition. Is it because vultures can smell well by any chance?
Yes, you are right. It looks like the vulture knows when other creatures die, but in fact, they know because they have incredible smelling capabilities. Apparently, there are people who take a dead vulture's brain and they dry it and then turn it into a powder. Then they mix the powder with water or put it in a cigarette.
Poor vultures. So, people inhale the brain to see the future. What do they want to see?
In fact, they usually want to see the winning lottery numbers. Now I'm wondering if you might try to do the same thing in the future.
Come on, I'm not brutal like that. So, I understand why now. Even though vultures are endangered, 200 vultures are killed every year. It's because of the lotteries.
I didn't think vultures were that important to animal life, but I forgot that actually they are important because they help clean out the environment. Luckily, this superstition is unique to only a few places in South Africa.
You're right. Vultures are actually important members to an ecosystem. They help clean the carcasses of any dead animals. This helps us to prevent disease outbreaks, such as COVID-19.
COVID-19? That's ridiculous. Isn't it more important to keep a culture?
Okay, if there is an unlucky, stupid guy.
Oh, it could be you.
Hey, come on. That guy ate the sick vulture's brain. Then this disease will spread around the world and cause a lot of deaths. What should we do then?
It makes sense. We should find a balance between the nature and the culture. How can I say both, I wonder?
Well, you can visit www.vulturesday.org on the International Vultures Awareness Day.
When is it?
It's on the first Saturday of September every year. There are two main policy methods for conserving vultures.
What are they?
One of them is to tag them. By doing this, conservationists are able to know the health of vultures and follow their flight paths.
Sounds difficult to do though. How about the other way?
It's much harder. Some people put a GPS tracker on some vultures. This helps us to know the habits and properties of vultures by their movement.
Oh, yeah, I agree. The best way to help them is to understand them.
You're right. If everyone knows about vultures, it's easier to save them.
Yeah, I will support our nature's cleanup crew. I don't want to experience another COVID-19 ever again.
Good to hear that, and thanks for sharing your superstition.
Hey, Jasper, did you know that in European and American movies, there are horseshoes nailed to the doors of the old house? I used to think they were just for decoration.
Oh, if they are just decoration, why do so many people nail it on the door?
I think we better let Amara and Ethan help us with the next superstition.
Hey guys, do you know that horseshoes can bring good luck?
Of course, so that's why I provide my bookcase.
Actually, you don't need to answer that. But I'm just curious. Do you put it upside down?
Do you mean that the heel is at the top?
Yes. If so, unfortunately, it means bad luck in the UK.
Well, it means good luck in turns. It can bring luck to a family.
I don't think so. In the UK, the love will pour out immediately and be love.
Really? Thank goodness. I think I should better hang up the right way, or I might have better luck.
But do you know why horseshoes symbolize good luck?
I know something, but most of it is folklore.
Never mind, tell us anyway.
Okay, then. One day there was a farrier watching the horseshoes in his workshop.
Yes?
Then suddenly, a devil appeared.
Oh my gosh, a devil! Then what happened to the farrier? Did he die?
Could you stop asking so many questions?
Sorry.
No.
Sorry, I'm too excited about that. And your audience wants to know more too, okay?
You're right. Let's continue.
The devil appeared and...
Yes. The farrier realized that it was the devil and picked up an unfinished horseshoe and hammered it onto the devil's foot.
Oh my! It must have really hurt and really hot too.
After that, the devil promised that he would never go near any horseshoes again.
So that's why people believe horseshoes means good luck, right?
Yeah, but it's just folklore, okay? It might not be true.
Alright, okay.
By the way, I have no idea when or where people might hang horseshoes. Do you have an answer for that maybe?
Uh-huh. Many people hang horseshoes in or outside their homes. It is also customary to have a horseshoe bridge on bride's wedding day.
I see. So the heel of the horseshoes should be at the bottom, right?
Yes. Moving on to our next superstition. Ethan, do you recall how in China a long time ago they used an old style of writing?
I remember something about that, but not much. Why?
Well, just like the ancient Chinese royal families used to predict the future, similarly, the Irish used to predict the future too. Let's welcome Winnie and Daisy to tell us more.
AI that usually see cross perched together for a long time on the nest. It's a very symbolized predator is closed up. Judging in the cross council for Chinese were on history. For example, in China, golden crow is the nickname of the sun. How about seeing a dead crow? You can think of it as a symbol of good luck.
In the Middle Ages, Caesar used crossbows to cast a spell of death on passersby. On the other hand, many Irish superstitions are around nasty cross.
Why? Because the fight in conflict against farmers and thus become a convenient collective enemy.
Yes, there is some confusion between the Irish and English versions of the Magpie's law, but it generally means that giving your children to a magpie or sometimes tell him or her return now will avoid sour.
How about seeing a couple of magpies?
They will bring joy instead.
I know an Irish superstition related to birds. It was said that anyone who killed a robin would be unlucky for life.
Yes, and the little crows are not as special as the other birds.
It's why people are afraid of crows.
Maybe it is one of its reasons. The crow is complete dark, with no color other than black. It is not as beautiful as a magpie, and it is not as beautiful as a sparrow, and it does not have the beautiful singing voice like the yellow water.
I know that the crows were also used to symbolize a free man. In the past, a people with a black feather on a crow on his head would be arrested in Ireland because it was a betrayal of Irish ruler and Irish itself, right?
Yes, also the American Indians have a tradition of putting feathers on their head, and they also brought a wreath that was 10 roses.
However, a lonely magpie can bring fear into the hearts of passersby, right?
Yes, because no cross can bring fear into the hearts of passersby.
Let me tell you a superstition about magpies. In Ireland, people wave at the air for a long time. Guess what are they doing?
They are waving at magpies for what?
The waving is related to a rhyme about magpies. It goes like this. 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for girls, 4 for boys, 5 for silver, 6 for gold, 7 for tail, never to be told, 8 you'll live, 9 you'll die, 10 for a bird that you don't want to live.
I remember that it's a different kind of it. What is it?
And the other one is 1 for sorrow, 2 for rest, 3 for funeral, 4 for birth, 5 for heaven, 6 for hell, 7 is the devil himself, 8 for wish, 9 for kiss, 10 for time of joy bliss.
I heard that Irish believe that magpies can predict the future. I think in Ireland many people treat it seriously, especially the Persian, not for flowers, right?
Of course, and they think to break the curse, you need to salute at it. On the other hand, how lucky you were depended on how many magpies you had seen. If you had seen many magpies, it means that you will be luckier than most people.
Let's talk about something else now. The last time I went to a foreign country, I remember I had seen a certain girl in a hotel.
Yes, I have a similar memory about it when I got abroad. That it was about gate number 13 at the airport.
Is that a kind of superstition too? That guy out by Lisa and Henry.
Hey, Henry. You know, most Chinese people think that the number 4 is an evil number, which means it will bring you bad luck. And the number 6 is a lucky number that will bring you a fortune.
That's such a unique idea and culture. But in Northern Europe, they don't consider 6 as a lucky number. The most common saying is that 6 stands for Satan. Also, they consider the number 13 as a number that will bring you bad luck.
Oh, so today we're about to introduce the superstition, the number 13.
According to Arthur and Hammurabi, the 13th paragraph mysteriously disappeared. In fact, the Arthur and Hammurabi was never numbered. They just omitted the paragraph in the 1910 version.
But another ancient saying doesn't support this Bible. It says that in the Last Supper, Judas, who is an evil man, was the 13th person who sat down during the Last Supper with Jesus.
So nowadays, a lot of airports don't have a certain gate.
And there are lots of hotels don't have a room 13 nor a 13th floor. That's the reason why many people are afraid of the number 13.
However, the most common lucky number is 7. It stands for a wonderful number.
Yes, for example, there are 7 days in a week, 7 colors of a rainbow, 7 types of notes like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. And there are 7 pieces of land and 7 oceans on the earth, etc.
Another example is you need a triple 7 to win a lottery. Also, guess what? We can buy a lot of things in a 7-Eleven.
Wow, Henry, I didn't notice that before. But you know, the beginning of this saying was formed from the book of Genesis. It says that the creator of the world took 6 days to create a world, and he took a break on the 7th day.
So 7 stands for completion and harmony, right?
Yes, you can say that again.
I have heard a sentence that says, stand on your tiptoes and get closer to the sun.
I have also heard that before, but I always wondered if it isn't easier to use a ladder.
Actually, I wondered about this too, but that's not the focus of today.
So now, let's welcome Tiffany and Jacqueline to discuss a superstition about ladders.
Thanks, boys. Did you know that in some countries in Western Europe, criminals used to climb a ladder before their being tortured? As a result, ladders are symbolically unlucky.
I think it's hard to believe, Jacqueline. Actually, I think that the ladders are considered unlucky. It's because you might fall and hit your head. Therefore, we should avoid walking over the ladders.
Actually, what you should believe is that if you walk under a ladder, ghosts might follow you. So the ghosts will follow you even if you go to the bathroom. I don't think a ghost wants to take a bath with you. Are there any reasons that can explain why you can't walk under a ladders?
Well, the explanation of bad luck and ladders has its roots in religion.
I have heard about that before. Is it because of the Holy Trinity?
Yes, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost was described the Trinity.
It has something to do with walking under the triangle configuration, right?
Correct. You should be seen as breaking the triangle. For example, if you walk into the scene of a crime, you should be blessing as well as attacking the devil.
I don't believe in that. I think devil is nonsense.
If you don't believe in that, you should know another statement. Do you know what is it?
I know. It's from ancient Egypt. People thought the pyramid is triangular, so if you walk inside it, your soul may be stuck in the pyramid.
Oh, great! So you can live in pyramid and play with mummy. That's so interesting.
That's not interesting. Your soul may be eaten by the mummies.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible. If my soul was eaten by a mummy, I can't see you anymore. I don't want to die in this one age.
Don't worry. Actually, there's a solution.
Really? Tell me.
If you accidentally walk under a ladder, you must cross your fingers and walk straight until you see a dog.
Oh yes. So I don't need to worry about if I accidentally walk under the ladder.
But if you didn't see a dog on the road, you must walk for a long time. So I still think you should avoid walking under the ladders.
But this superstition is only in ancient Egypt and Australia. I don't live in either of those places, so this decision doesn't affect me.
No, this superstition isn't just in those countries. It's also in a lot of countries, including England and America.
So the most of the country has this superstition?
Yes, you should be careful when you go traveling.
Although this superstition is in the number of countries, but I have never been to another country before, so I won't have a bad luck because of the ladder issues.
You should still be careful. You can't walk under the stairs too. for the same reason as the letter. Just remember to remind me when we go traveling. Oh, here comes Ella and Rex. Bye.
Actually, I have come to realize that the superstition we have talked about today has had encircled the world.
We first started in Canada with the superstition about 666, where we learned that there are many countries have the superstition, but its meaning has been developed into different ways, such as the 666 in Canada and the Chinese 666.
Next, Tina and Winnie talked about superstition from the United States, about being jinxed. And we found out its different uses. You can often let others owe you something.
Then, in Henry and Edison's report, we learned that there are many intricate details when it comes to wedding rings. And after their presentation, I think New Zealand's wedding ceremony is better than Taiwan.
But I think Chinese is better. Next to Annie's and Yolanda's report, superstition from Australia. For example, Rabbit Foot and its good luck charm. After hearing about this, I really want to get one. It might be helpful for my exam.
If it really works, I would like to get one too. And then, in South Africa, there was a superstition about the plight of the vulture and why they are disappearing. So, we might think some ways to help them.
For example, we can avoid killing animals by accident. At first, I thought horseshoes were decorative, but after listening to Ethan and Imara's report, I realized that it's related to good luck.
Next, we learned that the birds can predict the future, so we hope that we can use it to avoid bad luck in the future.
After listening to Ethan and Henry's report, I finally figured out why I rarely see things about 13 in foreign countries.
Last but not least, never work under the ladder. We should always remember this. Otherwise, the ghost will come and find you.
Although some people believe in some superstition, some people do not believe in. However, we still need to treat all superstitions with respect.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do. We should always remember this. And also, we should be careful with the superstition. It might have a different meaning from what you know. It can be a bad one.
Now, do you know what superstition is?
Yes, but what about you guys?
This is the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening.